Now we're
Live.
live. We're live.
So,
Woo!
I think we start this off with a good shot of liquor.
There we go. Yeah.
What are you sipping on, Tyler?
Oh, just a little corn liquor. Just corn.
Just corn?
Just corn.
Yeah, that's what I got. Just corn liquor, and I got a mash kit from Bruiser that's been on the show.
Yeah.
Tiger Shine. So I was gonna mash him, but I got to have shoulder surgery on the 20th. So I don't want to be waiting, not be able to run it right away. So
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to running that because I heard his liquor is damn good.
Yeah, that's what everybody says, huh?
I'm gonna change it up a little. I'm gonna infuse it with blueberries.
Mm-hmm.
Just give it a little. I don't want to do the same thing as him. I'm gonna do a couple of jars of just clear, and then I'll hit my bypass and start infusing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Tyler's last name's Butcher, so I was trying to get the bloody butcher corn.
Oh yeah.
I definitely got something. Y'all stay tuned. I'm this coming up season. I definitely want to do something with Bloody Butcher just because of the name.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like it. They say it runs a little hot for them. I just want to try it. Yeah,
it's oily and earthy, but it's
real
good.
earthy.
It's good as a combination with a lot of other things.
Yeah, I mixed mine with just regular yellow corn. I did like 50-50. And it was cool because when I dumped it in, the whole mash tank started to swirl like this purple blue color.
Yeah.
So it was like a little like Grateful Dead tribute.
Oh, a deadhead, huh?
The brewery across the street from us they're called Divine Barrel, and like they've got all that going on over there. It's pretty cool. We were doing a THC infused cocktails for dry January. We called it High January.
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah.
So Tyler, you're down in North Carolina too, or down there by there?
No, I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, but I don't live in Nashville. I actually reside on the dusty side of Nashville. I'm more out in the country. I'm about 45, maybe an hour away from Nashville. But yeah, I live in a small county called Dixon.
Okay.
Dixon County. I'm about an hour from Kentucky, an hour from Nashville.
Yeah, I think that's north of Nashville, right?
West of
Northwest.
Nashville.
Yeah.
Sam and I both from Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah.
He grew up here. I'm actually from Michigan originally. I moved down here about 10 years ago, and I come down on vacation, just never went back.
Yeah.
That's
what happened to me.
It's so beautiful down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
like it. I like it here. We're a short drive to Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area, or I can run on down to Thunder Road, Copper if I need to. I'm pretty close to everywhere.
All right, we got some people already commenting.
How's it going, Daniel?
Janet and Justin.
Justin was on.
Both Master Distiller contestants. One's not been aired yet. The other one has. Daniel hasn't been aired yet. Justin did
2
weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Run.
Yeah, he did the brisket. Yeah.
I'm still gonna try. I'm gonna do a run with that because that just sounds interesting to try.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be cool to do something like that, incorporate some type of meat into a distillate. I want to try it. I think it'll be a little while before I try something like that.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, a lot of people like using like the red bloody butcher with a white corn and a blue, and make like a red, white, and blue kind of bicentennial or American corn, whatever you want to, name it, whatever pride you want to put behind it, whatever name. But the red, white, and blue is a pretty good combo, and it's something that you can make your own little patriotic name for.
Yeah, absolutely.
That Ozark just in here? Yeah.
Yeah, here we is.
There, Damon. You all got to if you ever get a chance, you got to meet Damon. He's
So when you get on Facebook, you got to join the militia. You got to get in there and join us, and and
Yep.
maybe some of the other groups that are
Outlaw.
associated with it as well. Yeah, we've had a lot of other groups that work, along with the militia. Militia's kind of a central hub. A lot of people from the other groups join the militia just to be a part of the militia.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
I've
fun.
been a part of the group for a while. I tuned into a lot of y'all's videos. I was actually,
Awesome.
I was watching y'all last night.
So you're one of the lurkers that doesn't comment much, huh? I don't remember.
No, I did. I commented last night whenever
Did you?
Phil Billy was talking about his $1 bills that he was.
Oh no, you saw that?
Yeah, I
That's
tuned in. I
funny.
watch y'all, and like I know, like I've met Tom. Well, I haven't met him in person. I met a lot of people. Like I'm pretty sure I'm friends with Damon on here.
Okay.
Tom
Awesome.
Crum, and I reach out to a few people, and I definitely keep up with y'all for sure.
Definitely gotta get more active.
Yeah.
You'll have to jump on these lives with us and
Yep.
tilt the jar with us.
Hey, you guys are a lot more experienced than me. I'm just trying to sit back and learn from you
Well,
fellas.
we're here to answer questions too. So
That's the only
anytime
way
y'all
to
have
learn.
anything, I mean, I've had several, from the show ask a lot of questions to me. And I'm available via phone pretty much day and night. I'm semi-retired and stay up late at night, so I fit in with most night hours.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
the only way
I'll
to
do most of your best work at night when nobody's in the distillery, I guess. And
Yeah, I can make my schedule. So sometimes if it's nice out during the day, I put my kayak in the water and then I'll go in from like 6 to midnight or something, or 2 in the morning and I'm good to go.
so, are you the French Broad River? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's in Asheville. So that's a
Right,
little
right.
bit, a little hike away. We've got the Catawba over in Charlotte.
Catawba River. Cool.
Yeah, and then the lakes up north, and Lake Norman and Wiley and stuff. If you want to paddle, and it's cool because you can go and get lunch and hang out and have some drinks and beers, and then paddle away. So that's how I'll spend
Yeah,
my days when it's nice out.
I
I
used to
was
live in
down there during
Greensboro.
Christmas. We went down to Old Fort and gave out some toys to the Moonshine community. Oh, that shot time! I don't hear a bell.
All right.
I'm gonna be the newbie now. I gotta go. Whoa! I gotta go get something to shoot. All right, hold on. Let's see
But
what we got.
we did quite a few different. I don't know. There's festivals that collected toys and items, and
Oh my God.
at first we were collecting a lot of tents, heaters, things like that a lot of the families needed for immediate help there. And then for Christmas, we had a buddy that's in the militia as well put together a benefit concert. And we got quite a bit of donations from that. So we went down to Old Fort just outside of Asheville, and it was really hit hard and gave out presents. I got to play Santa and dress up my little suit and hand out toys to all the kids. Man, it was awesome. It was really rewarding.
Yeah, we Tyler and myself both did a lot of efforts and stuff. The distillery, we have like a RO system, reverse osmosis, and that's a big one. So we'd fill up totes and bring booze and just drinking water and totes out to everybody.
Awesome.
Yeah. So Burnsville, the owner of the distillery I work for, he has a mountain house in Burnsville, so that was kind of our main focus. And then we'd make a truckload deliveries to Asheville and stuff. It's just nuts.
I tried. I did. We didn't do as I didn't do as near as much as a lot of other people did, but I've got a dump trailer that I use for my business. It's 16-foot, 5-foot walls, and I loaded it up. I got a few buddies of mine that kind of helped pitch in, and I think I took maybe like nine pallets of water. I think it was 9 pallets, a whole bunch of canned foods, clothes, blankets, tents, propane, things like that. We took it down to Jerry's shop down there in North Carolina.
Right. Yeah, we took a lot of our stuff too.
Yeah, and went down there, and man, he had a whole bunch of good things going. They were stressed beyond belief.
Yeah.
Man, they
were packed.
Yeah,
they were packed.
Just while I was there, and me and a buddy of mine that come with me when we was unloading the truck, man, I'm telling you, at least 10 people showed up to get stuff. So it was very heartwarming to see that they were actually helping people. So it was good.
Yep.
It's heartwarming to see, the help and stuff, but it's very defeating to see that a lot of them are still in those same tents we gave them, months ago.
Yeah.
That just kills me to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. Hopefully But hopefully now that the government's going to pitch in and
Yeah, hopefully things will change for the better for sure.
That's right.
We've still got here in Eastern Kentucky people displaced from the flood we had 2 years ago.
Yeah,
They're still in tents and campers at the lake, and I couldn't. I just couldn't do it. And
yeah, it just ends up being, pretty much local people, and different organizations like us and others. While we were there, we, met the Cajun Navy. They're great people. They've done a lot of work too. They're sending crews of people, 8, 10, 15 people at a time to just go house to house to house, building houses and helping people build and rebuild and clean up and everything. It's just, they've a lot of people there. And it's awesome. They're a great organization too, for sure. So, all right, this is where we let you all tell a little bit about yourself, ladies first.
Yeah.
So
Ladies
give us
first.
a little bit about your
I'm
background.
hardly a lady, boys.
All right.
But I'll take it. Yeah. So my name is Michelle Piechowicz. I'm the head distiller at Great Wagon Road Distilling Company. Last name?
Yes.
Piechowicz.
Piechowicz. Okay.
Yes, I'm like 100% Polish.
Oh,
Okay.
I wasn't
Yeah, very
I'm
Polish.
thinking Ukrainian. I wasn't far off.
Yep. So, drinking young. You start them off young, Europeans.
Yeah. Well, my fiance's Polish, so
There you go. Some pierogies in your future, I hope.
yeah. Oh, yeah. We've done
Oh, God, I
it.
love pierogies.
Yeah. So I've been distilling for this company now for 5 years. Absolutely love it. Like, I'm lucky. I mean, I get to live my dream job every day. I told my parents that if I'm going to do something I love, then I'll never have to work a day in my life. And I think I kind of hit the nail on the head with that one. So I brewed beer professionally for 5 years and then switched into spirits. Super awesome opportunity in Birmingham, Alabama. So I worked at Dread River Distilling Company for about 2 years. I was their head brewer, assistant distiller, and they taught me pretty much everything that I know, but I missed the Carolinas. So I came home to North Carolina about 5 years ago, and I've been cranking out fantastically delicious spirits ever since.
Also, you're on your own now, right?
Yep.
And the name of your distillery?
Great Wagon Road, GWR.
Awesome. Cool. So,
Yep.
do you have a website?
Hold on, you done opened up your own. You got your own distillery.
Well, I run the place. I don't have that kind of money.
Well, you're still basically the owner. I mean,
Yeah. So at 5 years, you kind of have a little bit of a buy-in for percentage and everything. The owner, he's from Ireland. He's one of the most amazing people I've ever met. He's a character, so he takes care of his. It's like we mentioned earlier before we were live. Like, it's a family, it's a community, it's a bunch of people working together to be passionate about something and creating art and science and just kicking ass.
Yeah, we Irish like our whiskeys.
Yep.
Anything else?
Oh well.
So what?
Okay.
Yeah,
My dog's smacking my phone around right now. She's like, "What about me?"
Okay, we gotta bring her up.
yeah.
Yeah. The rum's named after her, so she's Nala River, and we called it Lady River rum.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Nala.
So we talked about this a little bit before, but you're a first generation distiller.
Yes, technically I am. The company I work for right now, his grandfather was caught moonshining in Ireland generations ago. So I kind of get that whole, excitement and running in the veins and blood of this creation from that side of things. But I personally am a first generation distiller for my family.
Now, do you prefer running grains or do you prefer running like fruits, brandies?
So typically we do just grain mashes for bourbons, whiskeys, ryes. Our single malt is called Rua. It's actually our top seller. Then we've got a blended whiskey like bourbon. That's our Quinn's Carolina whiskey. So that's 80% corn, 20% barley. And then I just came out with a new rye recipe and a new bourbon recipe. So I like to tell everybody I like to drink my desserts. Yeah. So I am a wheated bourbon fan. So I'm kind of trying to crank out some new recipes on that. But we were just kind of like a single malt distillery for a while because the owner, his buddy, was mashing in all the grain at a local brewery called OMB in Charlotte. So it's a very strict German brewery and no corn's allowed. So they were getting their grain super cheap and they would mash in for us, and then we transfer the mash, and the beer wash over actually was beer washes that we were doing. So that's why when they reached out to me and said, hey, like, what have you distilled and what unique projects have you worked on? My portfolio for distilled spirits is kind of very wide, from agave spirits, whiskey, vodka, gin, rum, everything like that.
Awesome.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, Shannon, you got a question?
No, but I'm thanking Damon for hitting at everyone, so that post gets out to everyone that's a member instead of just the ones that happen to see it. I keep
the one
forgetting
where he
to
says,
put that on there.
where Damon says, "I'm here to see Michelle."
Yeah,
And
Who?
then Bennett, Damon.
Damon. I'd say there's quite a
And then we
few
got
that
Bennett.
hears that.
Bennett,
I had quite a few ask, "Are you getting the girl on there? You
Right.
getting the girl
And
from
then-
the show
and
on
then-
there? Is she going to be on there?"
Oh, they're going to be sorely
Tune in and see,
disappointed.
guys. Have to tune in and see.
and then Bennett's comment. He says, restraining orders are coming.
Yeah,
Oh, no, don't worry. I can handle anything that comes my way.
They need more female distillers, and more females to kind of come up and say, hey, I can do this, you can do this too. It's definitely a good step forward.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Seeing female distillers out there.
Yeah.
Out there doing.
My wife she likes to run rums and brandies and stuff. So
Mhm.
I'm having her a 15-gallon still built. She wants all electric, and she don't want no thumper. Straight to the condenser.
Yeah.
She wants flavor. So she runs my 20-gallon, and she had no problem usually. She didn't have one issue.
I love it because when you're tasting and palating and stuff, like I never tell anybody, hey, you're gonna smell this, or hey, you're gonna taste this, because everybody's different. So but like women love to boast, like, hey, we actually smell and taste more than men. So this is a great profession for us.
Yeah, that's
So
what she
Justin's
does.
saying you should be pretty close to John Murto.
Yes, yeah, he's in Huntersville, so he's a little north of Charlotte.
Cool.
His main spirit, I think, is vodka.
Okay.
I've met him a
And-
few
and
times.
Some of the girls are liking Tyler as well. I should point
Yeah.
That must be your
Woo.
wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
out. All right, Tyler, it's your turn.
You're
Wow
up,
the
buddy.
girls now. You got to wow the girls.
What was the first spirit you ran as far as liquor goes?
For me,
Yeah.
it was a bourbon.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. You
So I worked for
barrel-aged?
a distillery called Doc Porter's. They're recently closed, but I actually weirdly still have some of their barrels. I have their single malts, their bourbons, and their rye that I'm harvesting for them right now. But the
Okay.
first whiskey and distillation I ever ran was a bourbon for them. So 60% corn, 15% barley, 15% wheat.
Okay.
And I just knew I never want to do anything else in my life. Like it was.
Do you got a still at your house, or anywhere that you run outside your distillery?
Well, I have a 30-gallon moonshine still that I ordered, but it's at the distillery so that we can use that DSP and everything.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know. Like a lot of them started out, a lot of the contestants started out running, at their house or out in the woods.
I know. I got so lucky. I was literally right place at the right time. Like I learned on a 5,000 liter still.
And learning to make beer is the best way, really, to learn to make whiskey. once you
Recipe
master
dialing,
beer.
the malts and everything. I mean, I love having the
Absolutely.
corn and the grains in my hands, and then like a week later, you have that liquor coming off your still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, some of the best beer makers will make excellent, whiskey and bourbon makers for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
And just
Tyler,
like winemakers, just like people that are really skilled at making wines and stuff make great brandies. They're just ready to step right into the brandy scene. So,
Yeah.
All right, Tyler, we got gals waiting on you.
Yeah. I'm Tyler Butcher. I'm from the dusty side of Nashville, Tennessee. A small place called Dixon County. I've been distilling for 3 years, and I'm backwoods. I've never done it. I've never worked in a distillery. I'm self-taught. I did watch a lot of Phil Billy Moonshine once I first, started getting into it. I mean, I've wanted to do it for as long as I can remember. I started watching Moonshiners when it first come out. It was just Tim, Tickle, and JT, and I was like, it just something about it. I wanted to try it, and I bought a little 5-gallon stovetop Vivor still, and I pushed out some liquor. I thought it was the best stuff in the world, and I gave it to a couple of my buddies, and I'm surprised they didn't spit it out. You know, they swallowed it and and just told me to keep going, and I just kept trying to put stuff together. My thing has always been fruits. I'm a brandy guy. You know, I love mashing in with grains and stuff, but you know, once you get in with that barley and rye, you know, it's really touchy, and you can mess some stuff up, whether it's your still or the mash, you know. So I'm still learning when it comes to the grains. But I've got some good brandies down pat, and that's just what I like to do. So I've basically just been distilling, you know, in my backyard or in the woods somewhere. I got a 30-gallon setup that I got from Thunder Road Copper, and you know, it seems to do me good. I do want to move up eventually. I spend a lot of my time, you know, like I said, I tune into the show, you know, and you guys, whether it's Phil, Billy, or you or the next man, you know, y'all got a lot of time in this, and I've got a small business to run, so I don't get to really spend all my time distilling. Um, and my goals are, you know, it won't be too long, and I'll be spending all my time distilling. I'm hoping. I do got a little thing that I started up. It's going to be TriStar Coonshine, and you know, my dream in the next 5 years is to have a distillery called Copper Creek Distillery. So you know, that's where I'm at with it.
You got to start with a goal. That's the only way you're going to go anywhere in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just a good old country boy. You know, I work a lot. I've got kids. I'm a family man. You know, so like I would love to spend as soon as I wake up till the time I go to sleep distilling. But you know, it just right now that's not what we're set up for. So hopefully before too long I'll be able to do that and pursue my dreams. And you know, because I'm really passionate about making it. You know, I spent just to learn how to do it. I spent a lot of time researching this stuff and wanting to make sure I did it right, because I didn't have anybody to teach me how to do it. And for all I know, I'm first generation. I haven't really checked back in my family to see if there's anybody else that has ever done it before me. But you know, just taking something like that and putting it on your gas stove in your kitchen, you know, and doing it for your first time, and not really knowing what could happen, and being nervous about something catching on fire, blowing up, or getting burnt, or hurting one of my kids or my wife, you know. So I was nervous about it, but you know, it went right for me every time after that. And I'm sure I've made some stuff that, you know, wasn't good, and
we all have.
yeah, and now I'm really, you know, I've learned a lot, and I've done it enough to know, you know, how to make a good spirit. Now, don't get me wrong, I learn something new every time, and
Dude, I'm still learning.
Yeah, and I'm sure I will.
Every day.
That's one of the beauties of it. You know, you can make a mistake, and it's like, as long as you don't scorch it, you can rerun it, you can neutralize it, you know, and you know, run up the proof, get rid of whatever bad flavors you have, or add different things and run it again and infuse. There's so many things that you can do with it, you know, to help fix it back up, or turn it into something else. You know, a lot of people come to me, you know, like, man, the shine is just so bitter. And I'm like, well, you can either run it again or make some lemonade shine out of it, you know, use that bitterness for your, you know, in your favor, you know, just make it a little more bitter and it'll work real well.
Yeah.
Tyler, I started out just like you. It was all hands on, you know, trial and error. You know, I'd research on whoops. Sorry, that's not a drink. Oh, well, we
take one in.
Is that on a 5-minute timer or what, man? You have us drunk here in a minute.
I started out, you know, just trial and error, and then research, and then talking to, you know, I started talking to other shiners, and I've been running for almost 5 years now. I mean, it's come a long way. And I was the same way. I'm my worst critic. If I don't like it, it's going. I've probably out 50 gallons of liquor that I could have just rerun as a faints run, and you know, got a neutral spirit. But you know, I've given to like my family members. They're always like, "Oh yeah, it's really good." But me thinking, you know, the way I think is, you know, my own worst enemy was, oh, they're just saying to be nice.
Yeah.
You know, and then I started letting other people try it, and so it's
That's kind of how I am, and I'm real picky, and I want things to be perfect. Like I know, I'm a people pleaser, and I want people to enjoy the spirit as much as I am making it and trying to come up with it and learning about it. So like I guess whenever I make something, I want to try to make it like I'll ask somebody, hey, what do you want? What do you want it to taste like? And then
yeah.
I'll try to put something together, and if it doesn't taste good enough, then I'll toss it out, or I'll give it away to a whole bunch of people, and then I'll try again.
David.
Yeah, I
I
started
found
long.
out.
You mentioned that you didn't have anybody help you. I mean, I started out in the '70s, and there was no internet, nothing. And in Eastern Kentucky, the moonshiners there are not helping you do anything. It was cutthroat then. A lot of
Yeah.
competition and that. And so I had to learn on my own. I had Foxfire book that had like a basic thin mash recipe, and just kind of went off that, and no, just trial and error. I scorched my first 2 or 3 runs before I figured out, that you got to really let it clear up good. You can't
Yeah.
be pouring lumps of corn in there and cornmeal and everything in there too, and expect
Yeah.
it to come through right. And
Since you're
my
talking
first
about
few
it,
wasn't.
I'll actually bring it up. It's super embarrassing, but I mean, it's trial and error. It just comes with it. But the first time that I tried an all grain recipe, which I had corn, rye, and barley, and I scorched my pot bad, man. I mean,
Yeah.
like so bad that I couldn't even get the scorch out of it. So I'm having to take my pot and go and get a new bottom put on it just so
Oh
I
shit!
can.
Oh, that
Well,
bad.
There's chemicals for that.
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
I was
You
gonna
up?
say if it's
Yeah,
organic, we can get it off with some acid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see what the thing is I didn't know because I got to talking about Jerry. I got to talking to Jerry about it too whenever I was up there, and sadly I done forgot exactly what he said and what he called it. But he was like, with that barley, if you don't get all of that out of there, the residuals out of there, then it will set down at the bottom and it'll scorch your pot. But I mean, man, I filtered that thing. I know at least two different ways getting it into my pot. So I mean, there had to have been some real fine something in there that settled down to the bottom of the pot to scorch it like
Well,
that.
Yeah,
I find you get that with like peaches and apples.
Yeah, see, and
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm a brandy guy, so like any type of fruits, man, they break down. They're like almost mush. So like I can get this stuff out of there before I put it in my pot. But man, something with that barley or the rye, I'm not sure which one it was, but
You
one
yeah,
of
know,
them.
the time too before
it
you
took
ran it,
me.
if you let it sit a while, a lot of those the little fines will have time to settle down. So if you don't keep it agitated and
Mhm.
get it fired up and turning over soon, while you're doing other things, doing tri clamps here and there
Yeah,
and just letting
yeah.
it settle, and you'll answer the phone, get on Facebook and chat, and then go back and fire it up, man. It's a lot has settled to the bottom, and it'll
Yeah,
squirt for sure.
I've learned to take it from my fermenter, put it into another fermenter, and let it clear. Pump it
Mm.
from that one all the way down to about an inch above the bottom into another one and let it sit there and clear. That's the best way I found. It's the only way I found where you ain't
Yeah.
got them little them minute tiny little fucking uh, particles. I after I burned a peach and honey run, and I was pretty upset about that. I mean,
Mm.
it was a lot of money invested in that one. So
Yeah.
that's why
Everybody says use marbles, and I'm definitely gonna keep a bag of marbles on me at all times now for sure. I learned
Yeah.
a good lesson from that.
Yeah, my 1,000 liters still had an agitator in it. I didn't really realize how much of a help that was until I switched over to the 30 gallon.
that's what it says is marbles.
Yeah.
I seen John said something about leave the cap off. John,
Yeah, John
Yeah,
Bent.
John Bench.
Mix
Yeah,
it.
I don't care what
Yeah.
I'm running. Anytime I run, I always leave my cap off until it starts heating up. And once I started really see it start steaming in there, that's whenever I cap it off.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, if you keep stirring it while it's cooking and gets to a boil, it shouldn't scorch. As long as you get that rolling boil where nothing settles. But
Yeah.
I thought John's got a beautiful still that Tracy Baumgartner made for his
Yeah.
birthday.
John opened up today. I guess he officially opened his doors. I was supposed to get up there today, and I didn't get a chance
Oh.
to. But
I heard or I've seen
congrats,
that on
John.
Facebook. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I believe when Tracy
John.
built it still, he put a port there for an agitator, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's what John had told me, which, that'd be the way to go if you're gonna, John likes to run his blueberries and stuff. He's a blueberry king, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes his brandies too.
Another thing that I thought, like whenever I was running that all grain mash, I like to charge my thumper with hot mash out of my pot.
yeah.
So just because it reduces the time that I'm sitting there waiting on that thumper to heat up.
Right.
So in my mind, like if there is anything sitting on the bottom, when I open that up, it should come out. I would think, in my mind, and I would see it as it's coming out. But
Did you watch Panhead Cooter's episode? A few episodes. I guess it's
He
first
was
episode.
first one,
Yeah, they threw a change up on him, and they reduced the time to cook time from 4 hours, or the still time from 4 hours to 3 hours. So he's like, damn, I'll barely have enough time. He pulled some from experience. He's been at it for a long time like me, and he decided to not fill his pot up all the way and to charge his thumper with hot mash.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's going on? And he explained to him, I don't want to wait on it. I don't have time to. It's a 3 hour. I want to be in my hearts, in 2.5 hours, so I could get something decent turn in. So yeah, he pulled from experience when he did that, and definitely helped him win for sure.
Yep. And things like that, like I said, just come from me watching guys like y'all and just taking note. I watch another guy on YouTube. His name is George, and he's
George is great.
Yeah, man, he's real scientific with stuff. And I want to go back to what you were saying a while ago on how you kind of let your mash settle. And I see him do that a lot, and I'm gonna start doing that with them grains because, man, if I just put it in a clear container and let it, dump it in there, let it set, and then I can kind of see what is settled down to the bottom, and then I can get what's on top out, and even do it again if I need to.
Yeah, with your brandies and your love of brandy making, concentrate on wine making, and a lot of winemakers will do exactly what we're talking about. It's called a secondary fermentation, and it's where you rack off everything except the yeast bed on the bottom, and you let it settle. You wait for your first fermentation to get done, the cap drops, and all your fruits drop, and some might stay at the top, but just rack that off into a secondary fermentation vessel and allow that to settle out as well, and you'll get a good clear something good and clear to distill. Now some people say you might lose a little flavor that way as well, so there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just different methods and methodologies. There's good, better, and best ways to do some things, but a lot of times you can arrive at the same thing by doing it a different way.
Yeah.
And that's why we don't try to always get heavy-handed and say, this is the way you should do it. My way's the best way or whatever. It's just another way,
Oh yeah. I have like a little, even one of those kind of plumber pump kind of hand pump things for like separating the grain after my distillations are done on my big still. The farmer was like, hey, you got to do something because I'm spraying all the people behind me on the highway and they're coming up with the middle finger and stuff. So yeah, we drain like all the liquids off, but it's a lot. It's at least 50% water in there. Like it's serious.
Yeah.
So did you all make hand sanitizer back during COVID days?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yep. We did. So it was interesting to think about. I moved into the distillery as soon as COVID hit. Because I was like, I'm not going to stop working. Like, I know me and my personality. Like, I'm not being stuck inside of it. So the owner of Dread River in Birmingham was super cool. He like kind of set me up, gave me a little apartment and stuff. There was a shower in the men's bathroom. So that was my spot. And we did double mash-ins and distillations every day for about 2 months. And so just yellow corn, cranked it out as high proof as we could. And he actually donated it to like all the children's hospitals and stuff in Birmingham.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the top orthopedic surgeons in the U.S., so he's there for a good time and to be a really good, generous dude. But it was an interesting situation because all my friends are like, "I'm so sick of being stuck inside. This sucks." And I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm running my still right now. I got like the kitchen next door where we had to eat all the food that was in the walk-in and stuff. I was making myself like filet mignons and like oyster Rockefeller.
Damn,
Yeah, I was hooked
Dog.
up pretty good,
that'd be the place to live then.
Yeah.
right?
So,
Yep.
so
Dog
you're a
was
chef
there.
as well, then, huh?
Yeah, we were chilling.
Awesome.
David, or I mean Tyler, what's your plans for the future? Then just other than you're shooting for a distillery.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we're just like anybody else, life.
Never happened.
Yeah, we have life going on. So right now we're making a lot of changes. We're relocating and we're trying to move and so we just got some things that we're trying to finish up. But I do hope my plan is to quit I've been running the business for 11 years.
What kind of business is it?
So I have a home improvement business. We do remodels,
You
addition.
do all that?
Yeah. Plumbing,
Yeah.
electrical, HVAC, all that stuff.
I was a carpenter for 35 years. I'm actually disabled now. I lost a leg due to work, but that's actually a really good trade to be in, especially down there with all the flooding and stuff that went on. I mean, that's really good business to be in.
Yeah.
I went and I've chased hurricanes and jumped on crews wherever the hurricane hit, and you always make killer money. I didn't like profiting off them, but somebody's got to do the job.
Somebody's got to do it and somebody's going to make that money.
Just don't gouge them and you're doing good. That's the problem is everybody gouging. If you just make an honest living, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Usually the company that got out were straightforward. They weren't out to make $1 million. They're just out to help people out. I did the same thing. Katrina went through Mississippi, and my brother-in-law was a superintendent for a roofing company out of Texas, and so I flew down to Mississippi and ran equipment, and it took forever to get everybody on the base because the contract was at the Gulfport Naval Base. Well, you have these Mexicans. They got one name on a driver's license, another name on the Social Security card, so everybody had to get clear. So it took forever. So my brother-in-law and I started going around the neighborhood, and we'd pick up, these houses. They all needed roofs, and we do all metal roofing for them, and we made great money. We didn't never overcharge them, but it was all fair money. Enough pay wages basically is what we charged.
All right, we got a question. How do you guys prefer to heat up your stills? Let it slowly heat up and get to temp, or do you prefer to turn the heat up high and then dial it back when you reach the preferred stream?
Me personally, I've heard two different ways. I've heard some people tell you crank that thing up. I mean, fire it up and give it all it's got until you get to dripping, and then adjust it to where you want. But that could lead to some problems, especially if you got anything residual left in there.
Right.
Me personally, man, something that should take about 6 hours, a 6-hour run usually takes me probably about 9 hours. I'm slow and steady. I don't want to take no chances in scorching anything. I ain't got nothing but time, so I just kind of, I go low and slow.
Michelle?
I support that. Yeah, I've got to say, I used to just turn it on and crank it and sit there and kind of wait till I smelt the heads pushing through. But that was the system I was on. Definitely learning and relearning how to distill on a moonshine still. I'm okay with low and slow.
Yeah,
I've done it both
depends
ways,
on the heat source, and it also depends on the mash. Like we were talking earlier, if it's milky with lots of particulates, it's probably best to go slow and bring it up and keep it agitated. If it's nice and clear, crank that sucker up. Unless you're on a gas, pot that's got one of those little jet blowers from like a turkey fryer that focuses all the heat on one little circle.
Yeah.
Try to stay away from those and get your banjo burners that distribute
that's
the
what
heat.
I have a banjo
Yeah.
burner. I
Yeah.
sent Tyler a picture of it to make sure. He's kind of my like consultant for the moonshine and stuff now. I trust him.
I'm actually gonna try to go with I'm gonna go like Mark Rogers style this year. I'm gonna try to build something where I'm just going off firewood, man. I know it's a little bit different.
That's where I started.
Yeah, but man, you can really turn the heat down or turn the heat up, and I feel like I don't know, propane is real finicky.
Yeah.
It's very hot, and like you said, I don't care what kind of burner you get, even the ones that kind of spread out a little bit. I mean, it's like it focuses right there in one spot, and it gets hot right there. So I'm gonna try to go with some type of fire burning,
like a furnace.
Yeah,
I've run mine still both ways. I'll run it hot till it just coming out of my thumb. Then I'll dial it back and let it go drip, and then it runs where well, like Tyler was saying, a normal run would take 7, 8 hours. I know I'm waiting 12, 13 hours or so. I've actually had a 12-hour run.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was a full 20-gallon. When I first got my 20-gallon still, I was experimenting. What's the best way to run it? So,
and every steel's different. Copper, it displaces the heat a little bit better, it disperses it better. Stainless, thin stainless, it's like it just goes right through the pot. And that one
you're right
pot,
about that. Yeah,
those turkey fryers, man, it's like they're great for boiling water though. Like if you just want to heat water up and get it boiling quick, man, those suckers are the way to go. I mean,
I use a turkey fryer
out some heat.
Yeah, for my mash. Yeah, the heat to get my mash going. That's what I use.
I've got a turkey burner right now, but I put a deflector plate, a piece of steel on top of it. So it deflects all the heat, not in one spot. It works great. I mean, I haven't scorched a run yet doing that.
I guess I've just been spoiled with having like a giant jacket, around 1,000 liters.
Yeah.
So you jacketed? Is it like a steam or a hot oil or?
Yeah. So my mash cooker is oil, and then my still is steam.
That's not
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to go.
Like Daniel just said, just like Ben.
So you just still on the grain then, maybe?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'd love to try.
That's a lot of flavor that way for sure.
Yeah, a lot of flavor. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did like I said, I experimented with the Bloody Butcher, and I also did like kind of a high corn and a different recipe. And coming off of the still at 150 proof, it tasted like butter popcorn. Like it was beautiful. I was so excited to put that into some oak.
He really makes some pretty good popcorn shine. He makes some good buttered popcorn shine. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Yeah, that's one of my favorites he makes. I've got some up in the fridge. Yeah, it's really good.
He gave me a jar container of it. It didn't last long.
Yeah,
my wife like that, and my wife, she's real picky on what she drinks. I mean, if she don't like it, she won't drink it. And
yep. Well, women, we can't afford the calories.
Yeah.
Low cal.
Now, what I've been working on is trying to get away from post flavoring. So I've been doing all my flavor. I put a set of jar rigs on my still. I've got the infuser on my thumper, so I try to infuse all my flavor, that way. And good. I just got to work on the amount I put in each and how many times I change the jars out throughout the run. It's been, like I said, it's all trial and error. It's how I learn.
Exactly. Hello.
How's it going, Dale?
Gary.
What's up, Catch and Bake, Gary?
They're getting bored.
What the hell was that?
I feel like I'm a Pavlovian dog or something.
Yeah, right.
That's my conditioned response to the bell is drink.
Me too. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I needed a few drinks.
Yeah.
Long
Saturday
day.
night.
Yeah, Saturday night.
Nothing better to do on a Saturday night. Sit around and talk about shine, huh?
Yeah. Hey, so you was asking me what my plans was. So, man, crazy enough, being in Nashville, we only really have one distillery around here, and it's
Really?
it's like an hour outside of Nashville. It's in a place called Greenbrier, and this so we only have one, so there's not really many options. I thought about kind of trying to quit doing what I'm doing and going to work for somebody and seeing how it goes, to kind of get built up and ready. And there's not many options around here.
I know a few guys at Nelson's Greenbrier, if that's where you're looking.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me know.
Yeah, Nelson's Brothers or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. They're good folks. I trained up a chick. She worked for them, and now she's she went over to Stranahan's in Colorado. Jealous.
You wouldn't want to be in Colorado.
Oh man, I love the mountains. I love hiking. I'm super outdoorsy.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Colorado's so damn cold in the winter, though.
Yeah, well, I'm from Connecticut originally, so yeah, that sucked.
Yeah. I live
the only bad thing about Colorado I can think of is maybe the politics, and we won't want to get into that. But
no booze and politics.
Yeah. But I was thinking there's another little distillery somewhere down there in Tennessee called Lynchburg. They make something called Jack Daniels. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Yes.
But that's a little far away from me.
Is that Central Eastern kind of?
Yeah, so I think it's more. I think it's more east from me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'd be a little bit far of a drive for me to go to work. Now, don't get me wrong. We would relocate, but man, we got 5 kids. So it'd be kind of hard.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 31. I got 5 boys.
I was thinking the same thing. 5 kids. Yeah. How old are you?
Yeah.
Tyler's been busy. He's a busy boy.
Yeah, I got 5 boys. Hopefully somebody's going to take over the.
So those winters in construction have a little downtime, don't they?
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, that's it for me. No more.
I've heard that before too.
Right.
I think you might have more kids than Phil Billy. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh man.
Maybe not. I don't know. He's got.
Phil Billy's got a lot of kids. He's got a lot.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, you see how Phil Billy turned out.
He's got the Brady Bunch over there, man. He's got a bunch of kids.
He's got a NASCAR pit crew is what he's got.
Yeah.
I mean, I stopped after 5. I had a vasectomy. I said, this is it. I can't do no more. I mean, that marriage license isn't permanent. It doesn't mean you're going to stay together. And child support sucks.
God bless y'all.
Yeah.
I got a dog and a camper.
So you could relocate up in the mountains.
I could go anywhere. Yeah.
She's ready to go anywhere.
Yeah. When I took the Birmingham gig, I was like, I don't want to get a house or an apartment or anything. So I just got a little travel trailer and towed it up to the truck, put the dog in the front seat. I was like, guess we're going to Birmingham.
Yeah. Actually up in Michigan, I sold my house and I didn't want to buy another one there because I knew I wasn't staying. So I lived in my travel trailer for 2 years throughout the winters up there that are like 30 below zero with the wind chill sometimes. And
heated blankets and space heaters are your best friend.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Distiller friend. I think he's coming on next week, right?
Hey, there's Jason.
Yeah, I think Jason's coming on next week. Next Saturday.
Wait, is it Jason?
I think, isn't it?
I can look at my book.
Jason, is your episodes next Tuesday?
I know. It wasn't. Yeah. Him, Katie. Yeah, him, Katie, and Nate.
Yeah.
That's who's on next week.
Yeah, I think it's
I believe my book's in the house. Yeah, I moved to the mountains down here, Michelle, and I'll never leave them.
Yeah.
I told my wife, bury me up on the hill where I hunt. I don't care what you do after that. You can sell the house and move, but I'm staying here.
What kind of hunting you do?
I do a lot of deer, anything I hunt.
He does a lot of hunting and a lot of stalking, but doesn't do a lot of meat packing.
Yeah, I do a lot of.
He spends a lot of time hunting. I'm not giving too much shit.
An avid nature watcher.
Yeah.
If I'm not working or shining, I'm coon hunting or deer hunting. If it's,
I think Roger's having naps in the woods. That's what he's napping in his.
Whatever. I
Yeah.
can't.
I was like, mine's up there on the wall. Actually, where is she?
Oh, there
Over
it
there.
is.
There you
Yeah.
go. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
saw
like to do a lot of coon
about 2
hunting.
years ago.
I got a 9 point this year, and I got my doe, of course, but I can't do a lot of like pheasant or turkey hunting anymore, or coon hunting because I've only got the one leg.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do a lot more than a lot of people do with one leg. I mean, I hunt up on my hill, and
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I try to stay active as I can. I gutted my whole house, and I did a lot of the remodel on it. My house is 84 years old, and it don't look. When you walk in the door, you wouldn't think it. I mean, it turned out really good. Yeah, I try to do everything I can by myself.
So when you guys got the call to come in, did you get a 2-day notice like most everybody else I've talked to, or did you get a week or two? Or because a lot of people I've talked to is like, man, they called me like on a Sunday and said, "Can you be here Wednesday?" And it's like, okay,
Yeah,
my boss.
Practice is the thing.
Yeah, it was pretty quick for me. I don't know how it was for Tyler, but and I actually had a trip planned to Ireland, so that was already on the books. I got back from Ireland and then drove 3.5 hours at 6 a.m. to Asheville to go for filming. So I was jet lagged.
Yeah, they
Well, you're going back to Ireland on the 13th. You said, didn't you?
I go to Ireland pretty often, I guess. But yeah, so I was in Ireland before the filming for the show.
Right, I was just saying, but you are going back on the 13th, I believe, which is the Wednesday after this. It'll be Thursday.
It's beautiful. I love it over there.
Oh, okay. I've never been out of the country. I've been all over the states. I've lived from East Coast to West Coast, from Michigan down to Texas. But, the wife wants to go out on she wants to go to either St. Thomas or the Virgin Islands or something. I'm like, well, whatever. I mean, I guess I go where you go. My vacations are all the festivals, so and I try to take her to every one of them, and she's over the festival, done with them. But I said, well, pick a place and we'll go.
There you go.
Have you ever heard of Kierce Lyons?
Yeah.
The Irishman that did Alltech and has he was a friend of a friend. He was real close with a friend of mine, and we talked a lot. That's pretty cool. Yeah, he died a few years back.
Yep.
Great guy. But talking about Ireland made me think of him. He loved Kentucky. He talked about how much Kentucky looked like Ireland and Lexington area with all our stone fences and stuff. He's like, man, I just feel like I'm right back at home. And he was he founded Alltech. It's a feed animal feed industry worldwide. And he also, with his love for bourbon making and distilling and stuff, we talked him into opening up a place in Eastern Kentucky, Dueling Barrels. I guess he opened that up and passed away not too long after. He actually may have passed while it was being done. But great guy, a philanthropist, very, very wonderful guy.
Jason is on the 18th, or his show airs on the 18th.
Cool.
So he'll be the Saturday before this coming. Yeah, this coming.
Let me open up my little calendar here. This Tuesday's you guys on the 11th. Yeah, 18th.
Wednesdays. They're on Wednesday.
So you guys have big watch parties planned? Let's hear about your watch parties. You can plug it and get everybody coming out and tell everybody where it's going to be and what's going on.
Yeah, so we're we don't really have much of anything planned. I don't get to watch the show when it comes on because we live out in the country and we don't have cable. We only got internet, so you're
gonna have to go to a bar somewhere that out, man, and let them know who you are and what's going on, and work something up with them, man. Maybe you get.
I just can't go in the bar with 5 kids, man.
There's babysitters for that, man. This is your night, man.
Yeah. Take the wife out.
Yeah, take the wife out, get you a babysitter, man, and go to a bar and let them know what's going on, who you are, and have them play it on the, maybe they can even advertise it and get some people coming out to help support you, and
That'd
maybe
be
they can
cool.
give you free booze or something.
Yeah, that'd be
True.
real cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what comes with all this now, you know.
Yeah,
all
got to start marketing yourself, man. It's all about, getting out there. Both of you going to have to get more active on social media, get your names out there. And of course, Michelle, I guess you're
Yeah.
already busy. You don't really, you're already sitting in your dream. So, maybe
I
not so
know,
much
yeah.
you.
So Michelle, what's your plan? I mean, are you gonna stay working for a distillery, or are you thinking about maybe opening your own up sometime?
I
When you get
love
rich, you can open
no,
your own.
I love showing up to work, doing my job, and then going home.
Less headaches.
I'm very good friends with the owner of this distillery, and I can tell when he has not slept at night because he's thinking about the books and he's thinking about distribution and he's
Right.
thinking about all. No, I mean, I come from a family. My older brothers and my father have a HVAC company together. So I know what it's like to build a company, have a company, own a company. I'm quite content with just showing up and then leaving.
Yeah,
I didn't
do
know.
your thing.
I figured that was your answer, but I wanted to ask us.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, I get to bring my dog to work with me. I get to show up. Some days I don't want to go to work and I don't have to. So that's pretty
So
lucky.
you're gonna have a big watch party there at the distillery.
Yeah, yep. We're gonna do Tuesday night. We'll be in Noda, and then Wednesday night, actually, we have a second location in Waxhaw, North Carolina.
Ooh.
So we're gonna be doing another watch party out there on Wax, and then the next day I fly out to Ireland. So
are you still gonna be able to do the Wednesday night podcast?
yeah, yep, yeah. I'm sure we can figure it out.
All right, yeah.
Yep.
What'd your brother and your dad think about you being a master distiller?
they love it. They love bragging to their friends about me. And I'll send them, when I was brewing beer, I sent them beer. And now that I'm making whiskey, I send them bottles of whiskey. And they're 5 years older than me. So I have two brothers, they're twins.
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah, but we all look very similar. So everybody thinks we're triplets. So all of their buddies are like, man, your little sister's making booze and stuff. And they're like, yep, she's doing her thing. Because I could have went into the family business, but I just knew it wasn't something I was going to be passionate about and happy to do every day. So
you gotta love the job to work. I mean, I worked factories for a long time, and I got laid off and went into roofing, and after that, there's no way you would put me back inside. I worked outside.
So they're used to working around a different copper coil than you. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
That's what I started out doing was HVAC. I had an HVAC business for 7 years before I opened up this business, and
yeah, you mentioned that.
I got to fool with
That's
copper a little bit.
one of the only things that I didn't do when I was working construction and stuff. Before I went into appraising, I worked construction, did everything, did masonry work, everything, a little bit of masonry, but never did any HVAC work.
Yeah, I did trim and tile for a while.
That's fun, isn't it?
I'm about to go turn this air down. I feel like we're back on set down there.
Oh, hell.
Y'all give me 1 second.
All right, man. Yeah, we got some cooler weather coming. We're gonna get some snow.
What's it for you guys now? You got snow?
Yeah, we're gonna get
We're
snow.
supposed to get snow that beginning of the week.
Yeah,
we're supposed to be in the 30s again. We were just 73 a few days ago.
Yeah, we had such a nice week, and then the week before that, 2-3 weeks ago, we had a foot of snow on the ground. It's like 0 here. And now it's, last week was beautiful in the 50s, the 70s, 60s.
A little teaser.
Yeah, that's like Kentucky, man. It's just similar to Tennessee. It's up and down with the weather. North Carolina, a little closer to the coast. Probably not as cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all got a little bit of snow down there, though.
Yeah, the 30-40 degree swings I can do without. I like something a little more consistent.
Yeah.
I used to live in Greensboro, and I did a lot of work in Charlotte. I did in-ground pool repairs and installations and everything around Charlotte, all the way over to the Army. Just the guy moved wherever you get a pool put in, we went.
Yeah.
So I miss North Carolina. Kind of. It's just
North Kakalaki's awesome. It's a nice state.
It's just too fast paced.
I'm a fan. I mean, anything was better than Connecticut for me.
Yeah, I like North Carolina. You know, especially the mountainside. You know, and the beach isn't
Yes.
bad either. So yeah, it's awesome on both ends.
Yeah, I
Nice
like North
bookend.
Carolina. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
We're real big fans of Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area, anywhere around in there. But once we traveled out and went to go film, that was our first time going to North Carolina. And I mean, it's not much different than Gatlinburg, but it's a lot more peaceful there. You know,
If you can find a sitter or a cabin big enough for your family, you got to
say
go
that one more time.
Hillbilly Jam.
Oh man, I meant to come to
Bring the
Hillbilly
family.
Jam.
It's good for the family. Hillbilly Jam's a lot of fun.
Like I
Yeah,
said,
no, I'll definitely be
cabin
there
big
this
enough
year.
for all the kids.
I'm wanting to come to the winter jam if possible, but just if it all works out, I'll be there for sure.
Summer jam's a lot better than winter jam. There's a lot
Yes.
more.
Yeah, I'll
Winter
come
jam.
this summer.
Yeah, winter jam I think kind of happens outside of a bar. You know, everybody just comes to the bar there, it's a tavern, and you know, kind of hangs out and does their thing. That's where the pre-party is for the summer jam, and then it's just a huge festival that, you know, a lot of rock groups playing, music groups playing, lots of crafts and booths set up, moonshiners everywhere. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll probably put a camper down there and find a little spot.
Mark's always there.
Lots of camping places too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark's always
So
there.
both you can bring your little campers. Come on up.
Sold.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, like last year, Mark's always there. Josh showed up. I believe Richard was there. Tater's always there. I mean, there's a bunch of them that show up. So you get a chance.
It's always fun.
It's actually I think it's the best festival you go to. There's one that's north of me, south of Santa. That's a Birmingham Moonshine Festival. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
I mean, we actually have a good time, and it's always hot though. Golly, it's always
Yeah,
hot.
Beattyville. Yeah, it's so hot there. This last year it was like 96 with 100 and plus heat index, and it's on the street, downtown pavement, concrete everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's just like
up there.
mix that with alcohol consumption, man. It's like I don't know if I'm having a heat stroke or I'm just drunk, you know. Both. Yeah, it's not a good time.
Yeah.
I got to make my way down there though, because I got a few people that I got to come and see. I definitely want to try to see. I'm hoping Wild Bill and Rachel show up. I like.
Yeah, they'll be there. Yeah, they are awesome people.
I've sat and had a few out back at Sugarlands. I had a few drinks with them. They're just as nice as can be.
Yeah, they're great people.
Yeah.
I definitely want to. I've talked to Amanda a lot and Jay Brennan a lot. I'm gonna try to meet them. I'm hoping to get down there.
Jay's a trip. He's an awesome guy. I mean, Amanda's great people too.
I've talked to a lot of these people over Facebook, you know, but I haven't met a lot of them in person. But I've definitely, these people know I'm here, and I know they're there.
I'm surprised Jay hasn't spoken up. He's usually watching.
Yeah,
Amanda's that person. If you got a question, she'll take time out of what she's doing to help you.
Oh man, I'm telling you, Amanda's probably been one of the kindest, most genuine people. Like she has always responded to me. She's always been there if I've had a question about something or needed help with something. She's really good to me, and I appreciate all her help for sure. She's definitely a good one.
Yeah, she's opening a new distillery in Virginia.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
she's doing all them classes and stuff too, man. That's awesome. I want to get over there and do one of them classes just to attend, just to see what she's got going on. Because man, she's super smart, like really smart.
Her distillery is about an hour and a half from my house.
Cool.
So it'd be nice to go run down there and both hang out for a day. Pick up whatever knowledge I can pick up while I'm there.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Why don't you get in there and help build?
Huh?
Go down there and help her build it. They're doing a lot of work on it.
Well, yeah, if I had another leg, I surely would. But I mean,
sure you can do so. They need management, man. They need somebody who knows what they're
overseer.
doing.
Yeah, there you go, an overseer. Yeah.
They've got grants, and they've got they're almost ready to open. I talked to Jay last week, and he said they're pretty close. They got a couple of things that they got to light fire under people's asses about.
Yeah, a lot of finish work, man.
Yeah, there's a punch.
There's Jay. See, speak of the devil, he'll pop up. I knew he's watching. He's lurking. What's going on, brother?
Hey Jay, what are you doing, brother?
Yeah.
Jay's great people.
He is, man. I mean, I've just commented with him off and on Facebook, but Amanda, she's always, anytime I ask a question, she's always for sure there to help. Lisa Lowry.
That's how I was wondering if Michelle has met Lisa Lowry.
Man, Lisa,
Lisa.
I got to give a big shout out to Lisa.
Lisa's awesome. Good friend of mine. Love her.
I told her I would give her a shout out for sure.
There you go.
Zulu Hotel.
That's
Yeah.
Lisa Lowry's gin.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the gin
It's not
queen.
bad for a gin. It doesn't taste like a pine tree, at least.
Mm.
I'm just not a big gin fan.
So what
I'm
were you
not
saying,
really
Tyler,
either.
about Lisa?
What's that?
What were you saying about Lisa?
I
I
was-
interrupted you. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, I told her I told her that I would give her a big shout out, and
Okay.
Oh,
definitely the gin queen, man. She's
yeah, definitely. She makes good gin.
yeah, she's got some knowledge too. She's been very helpful in my past as well. You know, I try to reach out to these people, and you know, I seem like a fan. You know, I guess I am, but I reach out to them, and I hope that they message back, and then once they do, you know, I just start picking their brains on things, questions that I have, and that's really how I learn. That's how I've got as far as I am now.
Yeah,
You're part of the family now,
Lisa
man.
Lowry's
Don't feel like a stranger. Don't feel like an outsider or fan. You're just another one of us. You know?
Yeah, everybody that I've reached out to, man, has always been helpful and good to me. They've always welcomed me in. Even to this day, like now, I've got people reaching out to me, telling me welcome to the family, and everybody's been so supportive of this journey, and I can't wait to see, you know, what comes of it.
Yeah,
I know. I'm excited to see who wins this thing now.
Yeah, I am
wish,
too.
Stay
I wish we had
tuned.
the other guy on, you know, but
Stay tuned.
he wasn't able
Yeah,
to do it.
we'll have to get Tom for Wednesday. I'll work on him.
Yeah, work on Tom for Wednesday.
Yeah. I told Tyler too, bring the family to Charlotte. You can run the still whenever you want.
Oh, I'll definitely take you up on it.
I told you, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlotte's nice.
When
We're
we
kid
come,
friendly.
when we come, I'll definitely be reaching out to you.
Yeah, we do a lot. We have a lot of like Western North Carolina musicians right now that we're hosting at the distillery in Charlotte. So like I've kind of I moved the camper over the parking lot. So it looks super sketchy, but like that way they can have somewhere to sleep and have a shower and stuff when they come into town for night. We've had some amazing musicians like bluegrass and everything coming through. So it's been a good time.
That's
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say, do they call it bluegrass in Carolina? If it's not Kentucky, is it still bluegrass?
If it's not Kentucky, is it still bourbon?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. There'd be some arguments about that. We, you know, there was a lawsuit about that years and years and years ago. I guess to be considered bourbon at one point in time, it had to be from Kentucky, kind of like champagne had to be from, you know, that region of France.
Sasha from Brazil.
But yeah, they, you know, I think our governor years back just kind of released it and said, you know, heck with it. If you want to make bourbon wherever it's from, it can be bourbon and all that. So
yeah,
they kind of let that slide.
The original bourbon's from Kentucky.
Yeah, we all know where the originals are from.
Yeah.
And the best.
And the best.
Yeah, we got the best stuff here.
We'll have to
I don't
exchange
know.
jars there, Michelle.
There's good bourbon all over. Some people
feel
say
it
that
up.
Japanese bourbon is pretty good
I've tried
stuff.
a few. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, knock it.
What part of Kentucky are you in?
I'm over.
I'm
in
from
Eastern Kentucky.
Pikeville originally.
I'm right on the West Virginia border, right there, very bottom corner. It's
In Harlan County,
I'm just north of Harlan County.
in Perry.
Yeah, I'm in Knott County, Pike
Not
County.
County. That's right, not County.
Yeah, I'm probably an hour from West Virginia, and then
All right. Jay was
Not
a little
out.
late getting here. I see. He missed the beginning. So we'll let them go back and say.
Go ahead, Michelle.
I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
And I'm from the dusty side of Nashville. I'm just right outside of Nashville, about an hour in a little county called Dixon.
all right, now we got to find out where Jay's from. Where are you from, Jay?
I gotta hunt down my dog. Hold on. Yes, Nope, you're not trusted anymore. Good job.
All right, Jay, where are you from? I don't think he's originally from Pennsylvania. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's his family home. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's originally from Pennsylvania. I guess so. Pocono Lake. Yep.
Yeah, he's originally from. Well, why are we asking? We're giving it away. But yeah, you all got to make it down to Maggie Valley this summer.
Yep. There's a few good festivals. Farm to Bottle is another good one in Wilmington, Ohio.
yeah.
A little further from you guys, but definitely, a lot of festivals in like the Popcorn Sutton Jam. That's in Tennessee, East Tennessee, and then the Summer Jam, is North Carolina. So it's all in that little area there. So there's a lot happening there.
And the cool thing about it, we get to meet people like y'all on these podcasts. And then, everybody shows up to Maggie Valley or one of these festivals. You get to meet them in person. It's like you've known them forever.
Yeah, and they'll be able to put a face with a name, and they'll know you a little bit more now. You won't have to introduce yourself as much,
Yep.
They'll be like, I remember you. But yeah, it won't be long. People will be coming up asking, have anybody asked you for autographs yet?
Yeah.
Isn't that strange? Your first autograph, isn't that kind of a strange feeling?
My wife.
People ask me Santa and I both for our autographs.
I don't like the word master. I feel like to be a master in this industry, I got to be doing something for like 25, 30 years. So I'm just like, no, I'm the head distiller. So like now with like kind of everything, everybody's like, there's the master distiller, Michelle. And I'm like, nope. Like I almost lit the distillery on fire the other day when I first set up my moonshine still.
I mean, a master, wouldn't you have to have made every distillate that there is to make to be a master? I would think,
That's not I think like Dave Pickerel and stuff. I mean, like he's a master.
Alan Bishop.
No.
Alan Bishop.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I don't know, got to be the best that I've heard of.
Yeah, like some people insure their palates. Like their nose is insured in the bourbon and whiskeys industries.
Like sommeliers or whatever.
I want to interrupt.
I don't know how to pronounce that French stuff.
Sure. Well, we had a question I want to answer. Kim Spencer, where is the festival with the boxing? I believe that's going to be Maggie Valley between.
No, that's Farm to Bottle.
Or Farm to Bottle, yeah, between. Oh fuck! I can't think of their names now.
With boxing? Wait, I can go punch people?
No, it's going to be Sean and what's the other? Sean and trying to think of what his name is. Brown.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a little, boxing match between the two of them.
I'm down.
It'll be pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I know I'm gonna be taking bets on that one.
Bet on me.
Oh, you gonna go on? I've been trying to get this to go. I'm in a wheelchair. Fuck, let's get another guy in a wheelchair, strap our wheelchairs together, and just go to town.
There you
Jousting?
go. Huh?
Like a jousting match?
yeah.
Basically, yeah.
That's funny. Or you do a little wrestling, a little Jello wrestling or something. Get you out there in your little Speedo, do some Jello wrestling or something. What do you think?
Mud wrestling or Jello wrestling. I mean, I'll strap my chair to another chair and I'll go to town, squaring off.
There you go. Yeah,
perfect. I'm down.
Mud wrestling.
That would be
Shonda Adams. Yeah, she has all that, but that they may have that. They've got a lot of different things. Dan Gray's the one that runs it. He's the one that put together the benefit concert I was talking about earlier that we went down to Old Fort and handed out all the toys and stuff. He's a good friend.
Yeah,
and he runs that festival, and it's a lot of fun. They're trying a lot of different things and trying to make it enjoyable for as many people as they can, and trying to figure out what everybody'd like to do, And so they're just trying different combinations of things and different musics and seeing what everybody likes the most.
there this past year there was Moonshine Bandits and Texas Hippie Coalition.
Yeah, they're
I
pretty
think that was
good.
the best bands out of all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they great, cover bands, but Texas Hippie Coalition, yeah, they rocked it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was a great.
There's a lot of fun, and the beauty of that place is the camping area is right next to the festival area, so you can sit at your camp area and watch the concerts and stuff, and see all the tents for all the arts and crafts and all the food. You can just walk right over and get whatever you want between the camping area and there, and it's just perfect. It's the perfect setup. I like it a lot. It's my favorite one.
All right. Well, I will see
I
you
like
guys
Maggie
there.
Valley for the people and everybody that's there, but just for the setting and the way everything's set up, and also the people there too. But just the way it's set up, I like. I wish Maggie was that way.
It's a fun family oriented type of a festival. So Hillbilly Jam. I've never really seen anything bad happen there in the last 5 years.
Mm.
We'll be there. We're going to be here for sure.
There was a woman who flashed her tits to Josh Owen, but that got dispersed. She wasn't. They weren't even worth looking at. I got smacked inside the head for it.
I didn't see.
But yeah, y'all got to try and make it if you can. It's a blast, and hell, we'd love to sit down and have a few drinks with y'all.
Yeah,
absolutely,
sure.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
Everybody brings their best, and everybody's handing jars. Here, try mine. Everybody wants us to try theirs, and it makes for a pretty big hangover, because there's heads to be consumed.
Well,
oh yeah.
When you're the last person out there, which is Santa, like there's a motel that a lot of shiners stay at, and there's 2 picnic tables full of liquor. And the police drive by and just turn their head and keep.
Oh, of course.
I'm pretty sure I've seen pictures of this from y'all's last.
Santa's always the last one that's out there. I don't care where you're at.
Yeah. I enjoy sitting and having a good time, man.
Yeah.
But everybody brings their favorites and their best distillate out, and everybody gets to sample it. And a lot of people unsure about their stuff, and they can bring it, and we can kind of sample it and let them know what's right and wrong about it, if it's got a right and wrong, and compliment them, or maybe give them some pointers, or do both. And it's just a lot of fun. It kind of validates them and makes them feel a little better about what they got going on, because a lot of them don't have family and friends that knows what they're doing, and a lot of people are real secretive about it, and so they can kind of sneak down there and let some people that don't know them or know where they live and all that try it out, and give them there's people there pouring out like 6-7 different jars of all kinds of different flavors and stuff, and some of them are awesome, some of them are horrible. It's a lot of fun though.
What I try, I do the old taste, and they all sniff, and if the sniff ain't there, it ain't going in my mouth. I mean,
yeah.
I'm too nice, man. I wouldn't know how to tell somebody.
I figured out the best way to compliment somebody, is I say it's not bad. Hey, man, that's not bad. Now that doesn't sound bad, does it?
Yeah, see, I can't.
That's not bad.
I can't.
I'm not giving them a compliment, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
So
I
just can't
tell
a little bit of work.
Man, that is
work on those cuts a little bit.
Yeah, that's not good, man. I just can't. I don't know. I can't find them to be like, man, that I can't drink that with you, But I would want somebody to tell me.
See, yeah.
But when I look at you now, I'm like, that's not bad. that comes across as good, right?
Yeah.
It's not, and then I'll usually follow that up with, I can taste a little bit of heads in there still, so. You need to sharpen up those cuts a little bit. When you do that brandy, now you're going to have a little more heads with it, so you might want to go a little deeper, and things like that. There's good ways to tell somebody, how to help them without making them, feel downtrodden and beating them down, or there's a lot of condescending asses out there that just like to, beat people down and try to make themselves feel better. That's not me, totally not me. So I find a nice way to kind of let them know and be constructive.
Always when you ask about so tell me more. Like that's when you kind of know, like, oh, All right, I didn't
Okay.
hit a
Yeah.
bullseye here.
Yeah. Maybe
Tell me what you did for the mash, or like how.
let me circle back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring me
I'll
back
be
to
sure.
square one.
I'll
Yeah.
be sure to find you once I get down to Maggie Valley, and if you tell me that's not bad.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody knows if I say that now.
Yeah, he's kind of hard to read sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, some of the
I
youngsters
just try to
tried
be
before
tactful
him, and they
about it.
said
You
look
know.
really good. They're a good judge on liquor. They got Santa, who's got he's got like the higher bar. And he's like, well, it ain't bad. You know, Santa sets a
Right.
higher bar, but that's
Yeah.
good. It pushes people to work harder to get a better liquor.
For me to tell
that's
you
right.
that it's damn good, or I could sit and drink that, like Jeff Singleton, man. I mean, he gave me some corn liquor that he made. It's a sour mash, Bloody Butcher sour mash that he's got going on, and it's freaking tastic. This dude has been doing it a long, long time, and it's awesome. I can't say enough good about it. Put that in a damn barrel, son. That's all I can say. Yeah.
How that keeps happening.
Just saw you.
But Roger makes good corn liquor. Roger makes good liquor. Makes good brandies and liquor. Sure.
Mm.
And we all have, everybody's got, their favorite thing to run,
Good.
and sometimes things don't always work out. We had a competition last year, and a peach brandy, and I did the number one mistake you should never do on the show or in a competition. I ran it the week before the show, and I tried something I'd never tried before. A flavor infusion that I'd never tried. Olive Nation. I heard a lot of good things about it. So I'm like, well, let's give this a try. Usually I'm a Turani or a Monin, or I'm not sure if I'm even pronouncing those right, but use those and fresh fruit, and this Olive Nation just it carried a sweet flavor forward, but there was no peach at all. And I mean, I had peach pureed and little peach schnapps in the infuser, and the peach still wasn't here. Yeah, I told you I used peach schnapps. You said you was going to too, but Terry brought the wrong thing home. Yeah, Don't try that. I remember everything. Yeah, nice try. Roger Post flavored he is. I'm just kidding. But Roger made an excellent peach brandy and won. Absolutely, it was awesome. It was really good. Real good.
Did you use canned peaches or fresh peaches?
I use both. I use canned peaches in my jar rigs with the syrup. I bought the gallon jug or the gallon cans, and the one jar I filled straight up with syrup, peach syrup. The other one I had a lot of I pureed a lot of the peaches, and then in the thumper I used fresh peaches, and I used some Vintner's peach wine base, which actually. And then
that peach syrup is what I tasted in it. It was good.
Both of my jar rigs.
Yeah.
And honey carried over really good. And I didn't
get a lot of the honey notes, but the peach syrup it carried forward really well, and it was good. It was good brandy.
I just started infusing my flavors till I was at 125.
Mm-hmm.
I knew.
Then I opened my bypass.
Yeah, I knew when mine was coming off the tap, it wasn't going to win. It didn't have that peach punch, But it tasted good. That's what I'm drinking tonight. It's good and sweet, and it's got like a vanilla sweet flavor to it, but you'd never know that there was peach in there. It's like I don't know why it didn't carry forward. I know it's Olive Nate. Actually, I got that little shirt too. But yeah, they say Olive Nation's really great, so I'm trying this stuff out. Other flavors might be good, but the peach it's just an odd. Maybe if I got the sweet version, this was the unsweet version, and maybe that artificial sweetener is what's carrying forward. But I want the stuff that they use for the peach flavor in that without all the sweeteners is what I want. Yeah.
But I think like for
what's
that
going on,
peach,
Jason?
The syrup was just what set me aside from everything.
Jason.
I don't know that about you. Damon will. He'll drink anything. He's not picky. He's not a sniffer. He's not a sniff. He'll drink.
Well, I just worry,
Yeah, it is kind of strange, having some person you've never seen or met in your life walk up to here, drink this. It's like,
Yeah, right. And then I'm
okay,
gonna follow you to your car later.
David,
yeah.
David, when I do this next run, that Tiger Shine run, you're gonna get a jar of it.
Damon, I got some stuff for
David-
you to try
David
right
gave me
here.
a quart of his.
Peaches.
No, this is
Apple.
this is actually this is actually infused moonshine with some marijuana.
Yeah.
Oh, Damon
I'll
don't
try
want
that.
I'll try it. Damon don't want that.
I'll try that.
He's good
And
at
I
good
mean,
shoes. He don't smoke. I'm
when I
surprised he
tell
drinks.
you it smells and tastes just like it, I mean it is. That's all.
And
Pot.
it's got a great color to it. So did you do that at real high proof?
No, man. I like drinking about 110 proof
Right, but
personally.
usually in the past when I've infused marijuana with alcohol, if it wasn't like really ultra high proof, it just green. I got a lot of chlorophyll carry over.
Yeah. So this right here is about 90 proof, right here.
Right. So
And
how
this
did you
thing,
get it
there's no,
amber colored, man?
yeah, there's no
Did
real
you just
green
mix that
to
with concentrates or did you mix that with bud?
it, with concentrates.
Okay, that's fine. All right, that
Yeah.
explains it. I was going to say, man, if you mix that with leaf and bud. I don't know how in
Nah.
the hell you got that amber color because you can
Yeah,
really
right?
do that if you do like 192 proof. You know, just the highest you can get. Will get
Yeah,
an
that's my
amber color
neutral.
out for you.
Yeah.
But you get any water in there at all, it pulls that chlorophyll and it just turns it into green dragon instantly.
Yeah. Instantly. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, this is good. It's got a good color to it, man. Good.
Yeah, it
taste.
does. I was
Well, I'm gonna
thinking that
tell
has
you-
to be a concentrate.
Yeah.
If you want to give that to Damon, do not do it at the festival now.
Damon don't want
Sure, I
that. He
gave
don't. He
Damon
don't do
two
that. kind of
plastic
stuff.
flask. One was a sour mash, the other one was a white corn liquor. No sooner did I give it to him, put his cooler. The police show up. And
Oh
confiscate
yeah,
it.
yeah. They
We've
Cooler
been
gate.
nominated Cooler Gate.
yeah.
Oh,
they,
yeah?
left
Somebody's
quite a bit of
out,
shine out. Yeah.
And, before nobody ever said anything, we could, pass jars around everywhere. Here, try this.
We know, Dan. He doesn't do this. Me, on the other hand,
Oh,
Hey,
Love
I'll
it.
be happy to try.
but
I love it.
Yeah, I want to. That's what I want to do, man. I want to distill different things. I want to partake in something that nobody else is doing.
that's
That's so
I know
tough.
this can't be. This can't be that. Just because where I'm at, it's not really legal. But I just want to be different, man. I just want to.
Everybody's trying to find something different, something unique, and it's like, man, distilling has been done for thousands and thousands of years. It's so hard to find something unique
Really?
like Alfredo did with the bamboo.
man.
It's just so. I mean, there's kudzu. Something I've never. I hate. There's my daughter called me and she was doing some science project and stuff, and she was asking me about this worm, and it was, I guess, it fed its young from the mucus and stuff. So I'm reading about this worm mucus, and I'm like, wow, that's got everything you need. You could ferment that shit. Of course, when you're, a distiller, you're always looking, at that when you see things, and that's how I learned a lot of mine is in science. Every time I took science class in college and stuff, I would always look at that angle. How does that relate to distilling and moonshine and all that? And I'm like, man, everything in that worm mucus you could probably, distill. So there you go. I mean, that's you would have to be that far outside the box, though. I mean, they've already got elephant dung gin. They've already done every animal dung. They even got cat shit coffee. Man, you really have to
Crocodile
go way.
semen.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
you have to
no.
go way outside.
good, but
Yeah.
Somebody's jerking off a crocodile.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
it's out there. You have to get out there.
Don't do that, Tyler.
No, that's not for me. That's not.
No.
Don't go that different.
I'm gonna do this summer. I'm gonna do a mimosa. I've got a bunch of mimosa trees around me, so I'm gonna do a mimosa liquor.
Yeah.
I got a lot of blackberry,
I'm actually
a lot of
considering-
blackberry bushes around me, so I might try to do something with some
Just
black.
master something that's been done. Trying to find something unique is awesome. But it's a lot of times if it hasn't been done, it might have already been done, and there's just a reason it's not done on a large scale, because maybe just like kudzu. Kudzu has a huge root similar to a potato.
I got it right in my yard. So I mean,
yeah, you could dig those up and try something like that. I mean, there's a lot of unique things. I don't think I've never seen anybody do kudzu root. I'm sure it's been done.
I wonder if a honeysuckle's got enough.
Oh yeah,
if you can
absolutely, if you who's going find somebody to pick them for you though.
Yeah. You're gonna need a lot of it.
I mean, one drop, little one drop. Okay, one drop.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a lot of picking. There's got to be some commercial.
I wonder if the flower itself would give any flavor.
I don't know that this probably the little pistol, I guess they call it, might be bitter. A lot of times they're bitter.
Amanda,
I don't know.
where are you at?
Yeah,
where are you at, Amanda?
Or Lisa.
Yeah, or Lisa.
They would know too. She knows all that stuff.
We got to back up a little bit on that question. The jacking off the gator. Damon Beatty says, if you need some semen, I've got time. So,
yeah,
we're trying to do something that's never been done before, sir.
Yeah,
she said SE. Oh, I thought you said you have some SEAMEN.
Semen.
Sorry, Damon.
He's got his boyfriend's in the Navy.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, I give him a hard time. That's right. He's a good fan.
I don't know.
I just have to give him a hard time.
I'll go outside.
But yeah, I mean, there's
flowers and stuff. I've done chamomile before, in a gin recipe, and that comes through.
Dandelion.
Yeah. Rose hips and stuff too.
Absolutely.
I'm not big on floral flavors.
Now, there are a lot of exotic fruits that probably haven't been exploited, that are just cost prohibitive, that you may not be able to do on a large scale, but like on a small scale, if you can get them, cheap enough. That's the hard thing about brandies. It's expense, if you can get free fruit, it's awesome.
I love yuzu. That's one of my favorite flavors in like a beer or a liquor. I had a old fashioned with a Japanese whiskey at a nice place, and they had a yuzu simple syrup that they made. It was delicious. It's such a different flavor profile.
Would that be the same yuzu that we used to drink back in the 80s?
I don't know. What were you sipping on?
Or is that ouzo?
It was like a black licorice flavor.
No.
I mean, that's what back in the 80s it was a. Ouzo.
That's ouzo.
No, ouzo.
That's ouzo. I know. Yeah, that's ouzo. That's got an E sense. Yeah, ouzo was good. It was cool. I'm not real big on that flavor though. I don't like the MEs.
When I do the mimosa, I want to find a fruit to go with it to complement it. That's not overpowering. That takes from the flower.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like a dragon fruit or something.
Oh yeah.
I mean that's where I'm headed. But I've got 3 trees right in my yard. I can get enough to do a 10-gallon run out of. I mean, for all the flour. And then it's just, buying the dragon fruit. Golly, that shit's expensive.
Kudzu flowers.
Kudzu flowers. Those might be toxic.
No. Dragon fruit flour.
I'm talking about Frank's comment there, not yours.
Dragon fruit's with the mimosa.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Frank's comment that I've got on the screen. Kudzu flowers taste like grapes. I'm not sure about the kudzu. I'm thinking a lot of that might be toxic, except for the root. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think it's toxic, and that's one thing where research really comes in handy. When you experiment with a lot of things, one of the reasons a lot of things haven't been done because they're toxic. So, you just can't go willy nilly running through the woods and start pulling out different leaves, tree barks, and flowers, and things like that because a lot of it's toxic.
Sassafras root. It's toxic.
Yep, sassafras. Yep.
Get your foraging background.
Even pawpaws, a lot of people say, let's do pawpaws, and that's got anisin in it. So, you don't want to just go out and fool around with anything, you just never know what you're going to get.
That pawpaw is another one I want to run.
That's got an anisin, man.
it's got the banana and the mango flavor mix. The one fruit.
Yeah.
So I've ate them and they're really freaking good.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that's or not, Frank. I don't know that much about it. It seems like I saw something though that we're talking about the kudzu. How a lot of it was toxic and but the root wasn't. But I'll have to. I could be wrong. It's been a long time. But I saw something on it. They were showing them and they were cutting. It was actually a food production thing they were talking about now. In Asia, they actually grow a lot of kudzu just for that root, and it's grows some good sized roots. I mean, they were pulling out some big ass roots.
Oh yeah.
And cleaning them up, and they treat those just like a potato.
Well, it's invasive over here.
Oh, it's bad.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah. I did a lot of like environmental conservation work, and we had to do controlled burns with kudzu plants and stuff.
Right.
And because and you'd come back the next week, and they're already sprouting again.
Oh,
yeah, they have a very extensive root system.
Yeah, they brought it in thinking it was going to solve a lot of erosion issues, and it, they've done a lot of things like that. I've had some environmental science classes that talk about it, like the love bugs in Florida that were brought over to breed with the mosquitoes and create a non-biting mosquito. And
perfect.
They bred well in captivity with the mosquitoes, as happy as could be. That's why they call them the love bugs. But once they got out of captivity, they didn't want anything to do with mosquitoes. They're like, we're not going to interspecies breed anymore. We're going to go for the love bugs. So they bred like crazy in Florida, and it was horrible.
Ladybugs are just terrible everywhere anymore.
Yeah.
When I was remodeling my house, I pulled the ceiling down, and there must have been 1 million dead ladybugs up in it.
Cool.
I mean, I wasn't happy.
Cool. Well, and a lot of things like that.
Like new ones, like fresh, live ones around here. And I've got the whole house has been just gutted and redone. I don't know where they're coming from, but I get them in my house.
But I try to get everybody to do the research, getting back to that is, because there's a lot of things that you would think might be toxic, like the bamboo shoots, that's got some cyanic properties in it. But when you heat it up, cook it, and distill it, it denatures it and it's gone. So, it's,
have y'all met?
That may be the same for any like a kudzu or anything else.
Have y'all met Alfredo Pena yet?
No, I haven't met him yet.
That rum he makes, his Navy strength rum that he did on the show, phenomenal. I can't drink rum straight. I drink that whole jug straight up.
Yeah.
The bamboo, it's got a different taste. It's
very unique. It's different.
It's earthy.
That sounds interesting. Yeah.
It is.
It's
so smooth.
Cane sugar.
Kind
of like grass. It's hard to pinpoint where
it's a earthy, grassy, but it's just so buttery smooth. You would never realize the proof that you're drinking. It's just unbelievably smooth for the proof, and there's a lot of natural glycerides in there, which help smooth it out, and it is probably, I don't know. I think you should proof it up because it's one of those things you can really get drunk quick and easy. Because like at 80 proof, it's just like water. It's like Kool-Aid, man. It's just so smooth. You get hammered pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's what it was. Even as Navy strength rum, I cracked the seal on it during one of the podcasts, and by the time the podcast was done, the jug was gone.
Bam.
I wasn't feeling no pain. I got a drunk driving on my way to the bedroom that night. I should have.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Cool. Well, pokeweed, they've talking about pokeweed. There's certain times that you got to get the pokeberries.
Is it pokeweed, poke salad, or is that different?
Yeah, you got to get it while it's young. It's better while it's young.
Like over here, we got poke salad. Is that the same as the pokeweed?
Yeah, it's poke. It's using poke. I wish Lisa was on. She'd be able to answer all that. But they're saying that they've done a lot of kudzu and poke. And they're still alive, so I don't know, Frank. Look at you, man. That might be the answer to a lot of the questions, man. Just kidding.
The wooden bear statue on my deck. I rented a cabin up there last year. We had a bunch of people over for a cookout. And old Frank comes stumbling up. You gotta love Frank. And
Yeah, he's a great guy.
he went down to his truck, and I think he wanted to leave, and the wife said, "No, you're staying here. You can't drive."
Yeah,
So as he's headed up the stairs, there was a wooden chase out bear, and he's over there petting on the head. He gave it a kiss. A good boy. Then when I mean, he was comical. Frank's a hell of a good guy.
Too funny.
yeah. Do the research. So if you're trying to getting outside the box and trying something unique and new, definitely do some research. Don't just read what they say on Reddit. Get some edu and .nih or something. Get some really good sources and get the science end of it and figure it out.
Yeah,
I just said it.
I got a smaller still. Like once I do, if I want to try something new, I can always do a smaller batch of it, give it a try, and if I like it, then I just, I add more to it and run it through a 30-gallon.
So you're gonna get a guinea pig to try it on? Or you just,
No, I already have
go all
it.
out, or
Yeah, something like that.
Did Michelle say she's willing?
Yeah, what?
Did you say you were willing to try it?
Oh yeah,
To be his guinea pig?
sure.
Yeah.
That's my. There you go.
I'm
You're
pickling my
brave,
liver over here. I'll try it.
But
well, you guys are y'all are gonna really enjoy this this episode coming up.
yeah, I'll Google it.
I hope that we give everybody something good, and I think it's gonna be. I think there's gonna be a couple surprises in there.
Well, I hope so.
Oh yeah.
There usually is.
It'll probably keep everybody on their toes, to see what's gonna happen next. Maybe a few things that you didn't expect would have happened. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. I know y'all are too.
Yeah,
the boys had to teach me how to run that.
Tom's not here, so what can y'all tell us about Tom?
Man, Tom's a great dude. Tom is we we didn't we didn't have a lot of time together. Any time that we did have together, we was all real busy and focused. And it's weird because you conversate with each other while you're there, and you kind of get the feel for each other when you're there, especially like on your downtime when you're not distilling. But this is a competition, so like you know that you're like making friends with these people that you're distilling with, but at the same time, like when it's time to go home and we're not there distilling, everybody's kind of doing their own thing and we're staying away from each other and not conversating too much because again, it's a competition and we don't know what, the next person is thinking and what they've got for tomorrow or, what they plan to do. And so it's you're really on edge the whole time. Like I said, you're trying to relax and make friends with these people that you're there with and have a good time. But
nothing wrong with a little friendly competition.
We'll try to get Tom on for Wednesday. But like Tom and I bonded pretty good. We after it was movie time and show time and stuff. Like Tyler kind of had his family back, but Tom and I went out on Asheville. We had a good time.
All right. So, rumor on the set was y'all were told to throw Michelle under the bus. Kind of.
Yeah, they saved me. I didn't know what I was doing. Like those two were super helpful. Like kind of how Tyler mentioned, it is a competition, but they had to kind of remind us, like, you guys are vibing so good and everybody's helping each other and you're helping each other. And like, I was like, I'm setting up my still and like, I'm like, why do I have this jar of like oatmeal flakes in here? And like the boys had to tell me how to use them.
At the same time, it's like I understand more of the backwoods setup, and when you're in there distilling, it's more or less, it's like you're in the backwoods, but you're in a room with a whole bunch of people watching you. Yes, we were in a competition, but don't get me wrong, like I wanted the competition. So if there was anything that I could do to kind of, if I knew something that would help them, I was all for trying to spread
Well,
competition,
that's the way I am. If I can help somebody, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, like I'm not just going to sit back and like try to go through this and beat these people the wrong way. Like we're all here together.
That's the way. Did y'all know Jason Wade Harrell Sr.? Y'all seen his episode or know him?
Man, I've seen every episode.
Jason, are you talking about the episode where they had to build their own still?
Yeah. He was on there. He was doing a
Oh,
still,
yeah.
and he helped the guy from California that had it looked like a Willy Wonka put together.
Yeah,
like a Dr. Seuss still over there. It was really strange looking. He helped him, but that's good. Good.
That's what it's about. It's because
absolutely.
Like I was just as nervous as anybody else going there, even though I was more familiar with the setup and what we had to work with. I was just as nervous as they was. So it's like, I don't want them to get up there and like shut down or feel bad because they don't know what to do. So I was all for helping them, whether it was Tom or Michelle, either one. I was all for trying to give some advice and I wanted them to be in the competition. I wanted some stiff competition, and I'm telling you, they both gave that for sure.
Yep. Yeah, the boys helped a lot. It was an amazing experience and a great time. I had a fun time.
That's awesome. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yep.
Damn dude, cat. Poor cat's been outside all day.
So definitely got to get. Speaking of Toms, Tomcat.
Well, I know, right?
Tom's got a brew shop.
Yeah, yep.
Tom's
Colorado.
got a brew shop. I can't recall what the name of it was, but I do know that he's had this brew shop for a while, and they are swapping over to like online orders and stuff like that. So he's trying to expand and kind of get a little bit bigger.
We better get his butt on here so he get his name out there.
We gotta get him on here and so he can tell y'all the name of his shop.
Yeah,
so maybe some people
definitely
with him.
Yeah, definitely.
He's a real good dude, though. He very experienced, and he knows his stuff for sure.
Michelle, what's the name of the distillery you work at again? We get that out there.
GWR, Great Wagon Road Distilling Company.
And their address is.
Where is it? That's on my hand.
Oh damn!
GWR.
Awesome. You're pretty devoted.
Yeah,
he can't fire me now.
Yeah, you're part of the structure now.
It looks good when I'm holding an old fashioned or a nice glass of whiskey. Like, there you go. That's my contribution to social media, boys.
Those Irishmen are pretty loyal, though. You stick with him, he'll take care of you.
Yep.
That's awesome. You did that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody's got a moonshine tattoo. That's in moonshine, or usually does.
So what's your all's favorite drink? You had to sit down and drink one thing. What would it be?
And I'm on a Manhattan kick lately. And I don't know if it's just because I feel a little classy and bougie or what it is, but
you classy?
I try to be. When I'm in the public eye.
Yeah.
But usually it's just whiskey neat. I just like a nice, I don't really do too many mixers or anything, like, because that's where your hangovers are coming from and stuff.
Right. Yeah, all that sugar. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't do too many mixed drinks myself. If I'm at like if I'm out to eat at a restaurant or something, I'll drink like a Dos Equis. I like drinking Dos Equis, and if it's liquor, if it's liquor, I'm all for some peach brandy. Or if it's like something out of the liquor store, I'll go with some, I don't know, probably like some Crown and or like maybe a Jim Beam, something like that. I like dark liquors. I don't really like clear. I'm just more of a fan of something that's toasted. Got some more flavor to it.
Really? Okay. I'm
But I don't like a dark beer though. I don't like a lager.
That's the only beer I really like is a lot of the lagers and pilsners and the heavier beers. I never was a regular beer drinker like just Miller Lite or
Amber. I really don't like amber.
beers.
since I was 14.
No, I've never been much of a beer
drank
drinker.
all I
No.
drank.
Kill, baby.
Yeah, I'll drink it.
Yeah,
I'll drink a
I
little bit.
like the ones that are full bodied, thick and hearty, and have a little higher proof to them. But just like regular American beers, I never was big on that.
Yeah.
It's always if I was drinking American beer, there's a shot glass getting dropped in it with some whiskey in it, like a Boilermaker.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Oh man, I got some memories with some Boilermakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of how Pierce Lines, got the start on that. That's the long story.
I'm a whiskey sour guy. I mean,
Oh yeah. Egg whites.
One of them. If I'm gonna drink liquor, it's gonna be straight up. Clear liquor. I prefer my clear liquor. I mean, as far as corn liquor goes, I'd rather drink it straight than aged. But
I like it aged. I like it up.
Yeah.
I like it aged too. And I don't like no chaser. I don't want nothing sweet behind it or mixed in with it. Nothing.
I like wheat. I like the sweetness of wheat gives, though. I'm a wheat freak. I really
love
like
it.
Like
Yeah.
Sweetness. Yeah, the wheat. Yeah.
Yeah, those caramels and vanillas and tannins that you can pull through a little sweetness from the corn and wheat, I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
Usually around 100, 110 proof. I don't need the cask strength. All the guys that come into the distillery, they want to do single barrel picks and they want unfiltered cask strength, blah, blah. And I'm like, you guys don't even really know what you're talking about because you're just burning your palate.
Right.
Like you're not even really tasting that much whiskey.
You're not getting the flavors, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize it. A lot of distilleries barrel at higher proof simply because of space and expense.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with that being the best proof to barrel at. Because if they could afford to, they would be barreling at a little bit lower proof.
Yep.
No,
and that's because of the flavors. Yeah.
Tyler,
yeah. Our entry, we're at like 115 for entry proof. That's because the owner of the distillery, that's what he wants it at.
Good. A lot of people go higher than that. 125.
Yeah, usually 124, 125, 124.
Yep.
So, Tyler, do you age a lot of your liquor, and if you do, how do you do it?
Man, so if I age something, I'll just go and get I'll get a barrel, somewhere off Amazon or something like that, throw it in there, leave it in there for a year or more, and probably not long enough. I get too antsy. I want to taste it. But I
a little guy a year should be more than enough.
Yeah, little barrels.
Like a little 5 gallon.
Yeah, a little gallon or 2 gallons. They're like a month.
Yeah,
and some of them are like weeks if you use some of the spirals and stays.
If you charge it.
You're just getting a lot of.
I use some chips every once in a while just to try some stuff, just to see, just to taste and do like a rapid aging. Because I got some people that do like a little bit of an aging taste, and so I'll use some chips, whether it's American White Oak. That's kind of my favorite. I really like it. Yeah.
So chips is about as small as I'll go. I'd use a lot of staves, but
I like the spirals.
Yeah.
With the surface area on the spirals.
Have you seen the Shiner's Beard? Have you seen that stuff
yet?
This is like turnings off. Like if you're running a lathe, just taking turnings off of it. It's like almost like a sawdust, long sawdust. It's sticky, and it's horrible. You watch them pour it in their jar, and when it hits, it immediately starts turning color, and it's like, oh my god, you just ruined that jar. It's tannins. Just buy tannins. They have that in the wine industry. You can just buy the tannins because that's all you're getting, and you're getting nothing but bitter tannins. So. Yeah, I don't go anything that small. Chips I'll do, but I found the staves are inexpensive, and I can kind of rechar, and sand the outside and rechar it all down pretty good and use those. And the spirals, of course, are awesome.
Yeah.
A guy that lives next door to me makes a lot of furniture and plaques and other stuff with barrel staves and a lot of different things with it. And I get all these little teeny pieces for my jars. So we got a little deal
Nice.
worked out there. Yeah, works that good.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got some jars or some barrels too. I've got a little Badmo barrel behind me that's got, I don't think I'll use it. It's got a bunch of everybody's autographs on it from the show and stuff. And I got a 15-gallon and another 15-gallon coming. I think that's a good size
Mm-hmm.
to get a little bit of age on before it actually works. It's not just a real quick turnaround. It's going to take, a year or two with the 15, I think. So that'll be a good ager.
Cat, I swear, I'm gonna throw you.
Here's the Badmo. It's one of these jobbies.
Oh
that have
yeah.
like like the charred top, but this is signed from everybody.
I think I seen, wasn't Phil Billy selling those?
Yeah, Billy
no.
has them. Wes makes them.
for
Sandman
Wes
makes
Stanley.
them. Yeah, and
Stanley.
Phil Billy has them,
Shout out
and
to Phil Billy.
yeah, I think Chris makes them for Badmo, and there's some other company out there that also makes them. I can't remember what they're called.
The ones
Don't know
Billy
them.
selling
Starts with a V or something. I can't remember what it is, but yeah,
The ones Phil
Wes's
Billy
and those Badmos, both great barrels. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Damon's got his name on there. It wouldn't be complete without your name, Damon.
I think everybody.
I looked at when I got it, I was like, man, it's got to have. Oh, it got his name on it because that's who I bought it off of at the charity auction. That's right. He snuck his name in there. Yeah, that's right.
Is the other one you got signed at the festival?
Yeah, we all signed it at the festival. Yeah,
mine
we all
is a
signed it.
spigot.
Yeah, you're on there.
Yeah, it's above the
Yeah,
spigot.
everybody's on there. But yeah, I bought it at the charity auction. Damon had it. We do a lot of charity stuff too and help people in the community out and
Nice.
people, in need everywhere. Yeah, it's good. It's a lot of fun. All right, guys, we don't want to keep you on here forever and ever. It's been a couple hours.
We're
And now we're to tell you all more about us. It's the interviewee and the interviewer now. So it's great having you guys on, and I really look forward to Tuesday and seeing what's going on, and even looking more forward to Wednesday. We can have you guys back, and we can speak a little more freely, and hopefully Tom will be here, and he can give his plug and
tell his experience. Like I said,
where he's from and what he got started doing and all that jazz.
Perfect.
Wednesday night podcast is about the journey being on the set, all the way up till the very final jar gets put up on the table.
Oh yeah, we got stories.
That's what we want.
That's what we're wanting.
Yeah.
And of course, it'd be the same setup, all questions are what they are, and if you don't want to ask, don't ask.
And if you get a call from Troy Landry, he may be wanting to put you to work distilling some of that gator jizz,
Yeah.
He's the
We're
swamp
doing
guy,
new-
the swamp people. Troy, Troy from Swamp
Cheers
People.
to gator jizz.
Yeah. Oh,
What is it?
Troy.
Gator jizz. David, you're up for it? Gator jizz?
Well, you guys have a great weekend, the rest of it. Thanks for coming in, and we definitely look forward to tuning in Tuesday, everybody, the 11th.
Tuesday
At,
the 11th.
what, 8 Central, 8 Eastern?
8 Eastern.
I think they said 9.
8 Eastern?
8 Eastern.
9 Central?
Yeah, 9 Central, yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Awesome.
I just want to add this in there. Anybody that's checking this out, please go to Instagram, follow my page at try_coonshine. Stay tuned for what's in store for this coming up year. We hope to bring something to the table and definitely be seeing you guys at the jam, and I look forward to our next meeting Wednesday. I can't wait to answer some questions.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler, can you text me that link and stuff?
Yeah,
we'll put Put it in the militia page, man.
Yeah, I will. I'll
Heck
do
yeah,
it.
absolutely.
And
I look forward to seeing you guys Tuesday. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Tune back in Wednesday to talk to the winner.
All right, Michelle.
Sign on, everybody.
Michelle.
Everybody
It
say
was great
bye.
meeting y'all.
All right,
Have a
shine
good night.
on, guys.
Look forward
Thanks
to
y'all
it.
for
Cheers.
having us.
Bye.
Hey,
Oh, well, I
one
was going to
more.
wait and
Okay.
let her hang out after the stream.